Hello, and welcome to WQLN PBS. I'm Miss Heather, and this is Twiggle. It's so great to see you today. Did you notice Twiggle brought a friend? Look at him. It's a bird. I love your bird. Is that your friend? Did he come to visit us today? I'd love if he could stay and play. Can he stay? I'm so glad you guys are here today. I just love teaching preschool, and I'm so glad that you're here to join us, because when we're together, we're kind of like a school family. And I hope that you feel like part of our school family today while we learn and our brains grow and we just have a great time. I'm so glad you're here. But I'll tell you what, this bird wants to fly, doesn't it? I'll tell you what, before we get started though, because we have so much to do and learn today, I think we should try and get the wiggles out. Can we do that? Can your bird do it too? Okay, you ready? Everybody stand up. Stand up, Twiggle. Here we go. Put your hands up in the air. Oh, good job. Wiggle your hands. Wiggle them up high in the air. Good job. Touch your toes. Can you touch your toes? Come on, you can do it. Ooh, stretch, touch your toes. Touch your other toes. Come on, Twiggle. Don't give up, don't give up. Oh, good job. Ready? Kick your legs. Kick them in front of you as high as you can, as high as you can. Oh, your bird's even trying. That's fantastic. You're a good bird. Now, shake your head. Get your wiggles out. Shake your head. Okay, now what? Okay, shake your whole body. Careful of your bird, Twiggle. Shake your whole body. Shake your whole body. Great job. Now, we're gonna stop. We're gonna take a deep breath. Ready? Good job. Blow out the candles. And I'm ready to do waterfall. Can you guys do waterfall with me? Ready? Shh. Great job. I think we're ready to learn. Are you ready to learn? All right, can I put you and your sweet little bird friend down? Because I want, look at, oh my goodness, there's birds right here. Maybe, do you know that bird? There's birds right here. Did you see that? Right behind me. And there's a tree behind me. Look at this tree. This tree actually has a bird's nest in it with a bird. Can you even see it? Bird's nests, some bird's nests are in trees. But I'm gonna show you something. We're gonna do something fun today. And we are actually going to talk about all the different bird habitats. And habitat is another word for home. And birds all have something that looks like a nest, but they're different and they're made out of different things. So it's pretty incredible. Not all nests look like this beautiful nest that I found that fell out of a tree in my yard. It's made out of sticks. There's some mud in here. You see that? These are pretend eggs. These are not real. I would never take a nest that had real eggs in it because the mommy is what sits on them and takes care of them. These are just pretend. I have them in my class. But this is a real nest made out of mud, grass, looks like dried up grass, and sticks. They're all made, I have a bunch of them here, but I want to show you the different kinds of nests. But I'm gonna have some clues. We gotta look at this here. Now, there's different things that you can use to make a nest. You can use grass. You're gonna see lots of grass that the birds will use their beak and their claws on their feet, and they grab them and take them back to help build their nest. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? You might see sticks, like in this one. This one had sticks, remember? You might see hay or dried up grass that they'll grab with their beaks and take back to the nest to build their nest. You might see mud. This one I had mud, so they must grab it in their mouths and take it back and put it in there and use their feet to press it down. Isn't that amazing? I think it's amazing. Feathers, sometimes they might take a feather off of their body to lay it down to make it really soft in there before they put their eggs there to have a nice cozy place. And sometimes there's dried up leaves. I don't think I have one with any dried up leaves, but sometimes when the leaves fall in the fall and they lay on the ground and they get old and crunchy, sometimes you'll see those old crunchy leaves in the nest. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. I think it's amazing. So I wanted to show you this nest first. I see grass in it. I see some old straw. I see a couple little feathers in there. There's a couple sticks sticking out. Here's one over here that has mud in it, sticks. And there's one down there that has leaves in it. Isn't that crazy? That has leaves. And the birds make these nests all by themselves. And some nests are big, and they're little, and they're making these beautiful nests. Now, the first kind of nest that we're going to talk about today is called a ground nest. Some nests are not in trees, they're on the ground. And this nest is made up of is on the ground and is used for a soft place to lay their eggs. So this is actually laying in the grass on the ground. Isn't that crazy? It's actually on the ground. And then they just go over and lay their eggs in it. That's called a ground nest. And ducks use ground nests. So because they just put their eggs right in the ground. So a duck is something that would use a ground nest. The next one is pretty amazing. This is called a burrow nest. And if you look at this great big thing right here, that's a hole in the ground. And they like to go in the ground in that hole and hide their eggs in the ground in the dirt so that nobody can see them. Isn't that crazy? See, there's burrow nests. They're called burrow nests, and they're in a hole in the ground, and they hide their eggs, and it keeps their eggs and their babies safe. So that's the next kind. Then owls are a kind of bird that would use a burrow nest. They like to take their bodies inside the burrows, lay their eggs, and keep their babies and their eggs safe in the hole in the ground. So an owl uses burrow nest. A cavity nest. Do you see a hole in that tree? Do you see it right here? There's a hole in that tree. Sometimes there's just holes in the trees from other birds, maybe. Woodpeckers like to make holes in the trees. And some birds make them themselves so that they can put their eggs in there. And they go inside the hole and they make a cozy little house in there, and that's where they lay their eggs, and that's called a cavity nest. Isn't that crazy? So they don't have a nest that looks like this, right? They have a nest that they make inside the hole. They have a cozy spot in the hole, not on the branch. And a woodpecker, see the woodpecker? The woodpecker is someone who loves to lay their eggs in the hole of the tree. They feel that's the safest spot for their eggs. Isn't that amazing? All these birds are making their own home, doing everything they can to make their eggs and their baby birds safe. Isn't that wonderful? I think that's so great. Then there's something called a cupped nest. Guess what? This is the cup nest because it kind of looks like a cup or a bowl, right? And it's the most common. That means you see those the most, and it does look like a cup or a bowl, and you'll see them in branches and trees. This one fell out of a tree in my yard. It was in a branch in the yard. But you will find those around where we live a lot, and you'll see robins. Robins lay the most beautiful blue eggs. Look at this nest I have right here. It has feathers in it, and look at these eggs though. Do you see these beautiful blue eggs? These are robins' eggs. They're not real, but these are pretend ones, and robins lay them in their cupped nest. Isn't that great? I love that. This one, do you know what? This one is probably as big as your car. A big bird makes this nest, and it's called a saucer nest. And it's not deep like a bowl or a cup nest. See how these go down inside and they're all snuggled in here? Let me see if I have a bird I can put in here. Come here. See how he can snuggle down inside of there and hide? This one is not deep. They can't get in there and snuggle, but it's almost as big as your car. And it's called a saucer nest. A saucer. So it's more kind of like a plate, right? It's very large and not as deep, and usually made very, very strong and very, very high up in the trees. So the birds that make these nests are way up high in the trees, very big, and they make them very strong. And let me tell you, it's the eagles that really like the saucer nest. They go to the very tip top of a tree. They're wonderful flyers. So they can go to the top of the tree, build this beautiful nest that's almost as big as your car, because they have big eggs and big babies, and they're big birds, and they make it safe for their eggs and their babies. That's a saucer nest. So those were all of the different kinds of nests. There are so many different kinds. And I just think it's amazing how birds take care of their families. And I think it's amazing how they use different things for their nests. They put them in different places, but they're always taking care of their family. I think that's pretty amazing. I am going to go get my craft, and guess what we're going to do today? We are going to make our own bird's nest. I'm gonna go get my stuff and I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm ready to do a craft. That's one of my very favorite things to do. And guess what? You're gonna be able to do it too, because I got most of my stuff to make this craft today all from outside when I took a walk with my class today. And we're gonna make a bird's nest. Won't that be fun? Now I'm not a bird, so I don't know how good I'm gonna do. They're so good at it, but I'm gonna try, and I think you guys should try it too. And if you wanna get some ideas of things that you can use to do it, don't forget you can go to WQLN.org and it will show you the ideas that I had for mine. But you know what? When you're an artist, you can do whatever you want. So if you have other things you wanna use, you go right ahead, okay? But I wanted to show you. So I have a bowl, I have a styrofoam bowl. You can use anything. You can use a plastic bowl at your house, but ask a grown-up, okay? Let them tell you what you can use. But I had this styrofoam bowl, okay? The only other thing that you need is I have some Play-Doh. You can use glue if you want to, but I thought Play-Doh would be fun. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Look it. I got this all together today. I found a couple feathers outside. I grabbed some pretty green leaves. I got some crunchy leaves like we talked about in the nest that we were watching on there. The cup nest had some of these in it. I grabbed some straw, some sticks, some flowers, some grass. I mean, I grabbed whatever I could find. I put it in a bucket and I brought it back here to show you guys. So I found some Play-Doh, and it's yellow, but I think it's gonna work. So watch what I'm gonna do. You might need a grown-up to help you at least get this part done, and that's okay. But I'm gonna put the Play-Doh, isn't this silly, on the outside. I'm gonna cover it like a blanket, okay, on this bowl. See what I'm doing? And I'm gonna do it the whole way around. Now, we don't have a lot of time here on TV, so I'm going to start it and show you what it looks like, okay? So here it is, I covered the bowl. Now, this is gonna be the great part. Now we have to make, so let's think. I mean, think about all those things they were using to make a nest. So I grabbed some sticks. I'm gonna push it in the Play-Doh. Right? Isn't that cool? And what else do we have? I'm gonna grab one of these leaves. I think I'll cut it with my fingers. I'm just gonna rip it. And maybe push it in there. Make it look pretty. We're decorating it. Maybe I'll put a green leaf too. Actually, Let's see if we can get these beautiful green leaves to stick in here. So maybe this is what a bird does. Maybe they make it muddy. We're not going to use mud today. I use Play-Doh instead. But maybe they use mud and then they just keep taking stuff back. I'm going to put another stick in here. I have some straw. And maybe this is how they do it. But remember, they just keep bringing it back in their beaks. Maybe they grab some in their feet. They have 2 feet, so they must work hard. Look at that. Oh, look at, I even grabbed some dandelion flowers. We could put that in there, decorate it, make it look pretty. And you can do this whole thing. Look at this. I think nests are amazing because it's what they use. I even found a little piece of bark that had fallen off the tree. That'd be good, right? That could help us make this nice and strong. Here's some grass. I picked some grass. That would be good for going around the edges. And I'm just gonna fill it up. I mean, you could take so many things that you find outside and add it to your nest. Now remember, when you're getting stuff outside, it's good to do it with a grown-up so that you know that you're getting things that it's okay to get. Don't ever grab stuff out of other people's yards. We went for a walk at the playground and I found this stuff. Isn't that cool? But then I was thinking the inside of the nest, let me show you. The inside of the nest, this bird put feathers. Isn't that great? So I was thinking, I'm gonna get a little piece of Play-Doh and I'm gonna put it on the inside of my nest. Okay, see how I'm pushing it in here? And I was thinking maybe I could cover it with some leaves. I'll show it to you as soon as I'm done here. And maybe some straw, okay? See it sticking in there? It's sticking to the Play-Doh. Isn't that great? But then I thought, I found these feathers and I thought, we could put those down as the cozy little bed inside. Isn't that great? And now I'm gonna put my pretend eggs in the nest. Do you see it? And I even have a pretend bird. And we can pretend like this is her home. We made our own nest habitat. Isn't that awesome? And I filled it with things that you can just find when you're out on a walk at the playground or at the park or in the woods on a hike. And you can make your own. Isn't that great? I loved it. I hope that you have a chance to make it too. We made our very own bird habitat. I hope you have a chance to make it. And remember, like I said, you can find all the stuff that you need on WQLN.org. I'm gonna clean this mess up and I'm going to go get one of my very favorite books to read you about a little bird. I'll be right back. I got my favorite book, Twiggle. I used to read this to my kids when they were little and it was one of their favorites. And I want you to listen to it too, okay? But I'm gonna put you down because I need both of my hands for reading the book, okay? Okay, you sit here and listen to it. This is called Are You My Mother? And the author and the illustrator, that means they wrote the words and drew the pictures, is by P.D. Eastman. Are You My Mother? Are you ready? I love this story. Here we go. So good. A mother sat on her egg. See her? She's sitting on her nest with her egg. The egg jumped. Oh, said the mother bird, my baby will be here. He will want to eat. He will. He'll be hungry. Babies are always hungry, aren't they? I must get something for my baby bird to eat, she said. I'll be back. So away she went. So see, she left that egg in the nest all alone while she went and got some food for her baby. The egg jumped. It jumped and jumped and jumped, and out came that baby bird. He's so cute. I think he's adorable. Where is my mother? He said. He looked for her. Where'd she go? Remember, she went to go get him food. Oh no. He looked up. He did not see her. He looked down. He did not see her. Oh, look at him in his nest, looking all over for her. Do you see? He can't find her. I will go and look for her, he said. So away he went. He's leaving his nest. Down out of the tree he went. Down, down, down. It was a long way down. I think he fell right out of his nest. He does not know how to fly yet. The baby bird could not fly. He could not fly, but he could walk. Now I will go find my mother, he said. There he goes. Do you think he's going to find her? He did not know what his mom even looked like. He went right by her. He did not even see her. See, look at, she's getting him a worm to eat because birds like to eat worms. And he walked right by her and he didn't even know. Oh no, little bird. He came to a kitten. Are you my mother? He said to the kitten. That's so silly. The kitten just looked and looked. It did not say a thing. Is the kitty his mother? No, he's so confused. The kitten was not his mother, so he kept walking on. Then he came to a hen. Are you my mother? He said to the hen. No, said the hen. He's very confused. The kitten was not his mother. The hen was not his mother. So the baby bird went on. I have to find my mother, but where? Where is she? Where could she be? Now he sounds worried. Are you worried? He can't find his mom. How did you feel when you can't find a grown-up that you went with? That's scary, isn't it? I hope that never happened to you. Then he came to a dog. Are you my mother? He said to the dog. I am not your mother, I'm a dog, said the dog. Oh my goodness, he is so confused. The kitten wasn't his mom, the hen wasn't his mom, the dog wasn't his mom, so the baby bird went on, and now he came to a cow. Is he gonna ask if that's his mom? He does. Are you my mother? He said to the cow. How could I be your mother? Said the cow. I am a cow. Oh, brother. The kitten and the hen were not his mom. The dog and the cow were not his mom. Did he have a mother? We know he did. But look at, he's feeling very little and alone. He doesn't know if he has a mom. But we know he does. I did have a mother, said the baby bird. I know I did. I have to find her. I will. Good for him. He is not giving up. Now the baby bird did not walk. He ran. And then he saw a car. Could that old thing be his mother? No, it could not. The baby bird did not stop. He ran on and on. Oh my goodness, he's very confused. Now he looked way down and he saw a boat. There she is, he called to the boat, but the boat did not stop. The boat went on. He thought the boat was his mom. So silly. What are you laughing at, Twiggle? Twiggle thought that was funny. He looked way up high and he saw a big plane. Here I am, mother, he said to the plane. But the plane didn't stop. The plane went on. Oh boy, he thought the plane was his mom now. Just then the baby bird saw a big thing. Must be my mother. There she is. There's my mother. That is not his mom. He ran right up to it. Mother, mother, here I am, mother, he said to the big thing. That looks like a piece of construction equipment. But the big thing just said, snort. Oh, you're not my mother. You're a snort. I gotta get out of here. Oh my goodness. Now he's scared. But the baby bird could not get away. The snort went up. It went way, way up and up and up and up went the baby bird. Oh no, now he's scared. But now where was the snort going? Oh my goodness, what is this snort going to do to me? Get me out of here. I think he's scared now. What is the snort gonna do? Just then, the snort came to a stop. Okay, okay. Where am I? Said the baby bird. I want to go home. I want my mother. Then something happened. The snort put that baby bird right back in the tree. The baby bird was home. Look, he put them right in his nest. Do you see that? Oh, I hope his mom comes soon. Just then, the mother bird came back to the tree. Do you know who I am? She said to her baby bird. Oh, thank goodness, right? Yes, I know who you are, said the baby bird. You're not a kitten. You're not a hen. You're not a dog. You're not a cow. You're not a boat or a plane or a snort. You're a bird. And you're my mother. Look at, there they are, so happy now and cozy, because now he's back in his nest that his mommy made for him. Isn't that a great story? Twiggle, what were you laughing at that whole story? Twiggle was laughing. What do you think? You thought that was funny that he thought the boat was his mom? That was really funny, wasn't it? It was funny. We had so much fun today, didn't we? We did. I'm so glad you guys stayed with us today. Thank you. I love when he gives me hugs. He always does this. You gonna miss me? Yeah? Oh, I'm glad. I'm gonna miss you too. We learned about so many different kinds of nests today, and all the different kinds of birds that like different kinds of nests. They do. They like different kinds of nests. Some are up high in trees. Some are in holes in trees. Some are on the ground. Some are in holes in the ground. I did not know, did you? That there are so many nests. Oh, you didn't? Okay. So many nests that birds make. I think that's so crazy. It's amazing. They're so little and they can do so much, can't they? Just like you. You're little and you're smart too. Just like you. You're little and you're smart too. Then we made our own nest. That was fun. I hope you have a chance to do that and get outside and get some fun stuff and make your own nest. That was really cool. I love bird nests. And then we read, Are You My Mother? And you thought it was so funny, didn't you? Oh my goodness, you did. And you brought your friend today. I'm so glad that you brought your little yellow bird friend today. But he probably should go home soon because he lives in a nest too with his family, right? Right. I'm so glad you guys came today. And I hope you felt a little bit like our school family. You think they did? I think they did too. And you know what else I hope? I hope that you keep reading. And I hope that you keep learning. And I hope that you keep watching WQLN PBS, where learning is brought to life. And it came to life today, didn't it? It did. Till we see you next time. Bye. Say bye, Twiggle.